I mean,
and then
couldn't I
just
just
like
hang
whatever.
out until you
You know
fix
what
the
I mean?
time circuits and...
This is one of those, oh, everything's
talk
fine,
to
you're
her.
just crazy kind of people.
You better get the DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All car of the future
If I was
contestants need to
Snowden,
report
dude,
to the North
I'd go
End.
take up shop in Thailand or somewhere.
Why not?
I would just permanently
Good luck!
go somewhere else.
What does she have to say?
Edna? Oh, I haven't talked to her yet.
Well, what are you waiting for? We need to get those kids separated.
Spell it B-R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name.
Yeah.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker
wish
of the
we had
most
gotten Ron
revolutionary
Paul, man.
breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... Oh, dear.
Mr. Crockett! You do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmett?
No.
Oh, then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter. Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time,
But you know,
I thought
think,
I didn't
dude,
even
here's what
like
I
him.
think, man. I think
Yeah.
when you look at, and I'm not the first person to make this statement, when you look at, for example, Star Trek, right? Look at Star Trek Civilization. Look at their non-existence currency system. Look at the way they do things, man. All right, everybody just has and you couldn't do it in this day and age because of the way people are. You'd have to it'd take generations past us to get to that mindset. But if you could just take away the whole concept of currency, man, you know what I mean? And make people... what is this? Skull, thanks for the host. And make people just work together for just humanity, man. And, set goals that the whole world can achieve. Such as, going to Mars or going to... doing something, man. Instead of all this between country shit. We're never going to evolve past any level of anything if we keep fighting and bickering between countries on Earth. We need to just be known as the people of Earth. You know what I mean? Not the people of America, the people of Russia, the people of Australia. Just fucking Earth. You know what I mean? Just Earth. What is it going to take for us to get to that stage? Because sometimes I think, and a lot of people tell me it'll never work because greed will come in and all that. That's true, it probably will, and it probably won't work. But if we could ever get to a point to where people, you don't buy things, you just get things. You know what I mean? Because the whole point of buying expensive shit is so that we can show it to other people. You know what I mean? So we can prove in some subconscious level that I'm more, I'm successful. I have this 72-inch big screen TV. I'm successful because I have this Lexus in my driveway. I'm successful because look at my house. You know what I mean? If all that shit was free, dude, everybody would be content and wouldn't feel like they needed it. You know what I mean? If you knew that you could just walk down to a store right now and just get any TV you wanted and walk out, you probably wouldn't go and get a TV because it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It wouldn't be an exciting moment in your life that, oh, you know, if you saved up $3,000 and went and bought a big screen TV, you'd be so proud, you'd be so happy, it'd be an exciting moment. But if there was no monetary value to it, if it was just, you could just go and get it, you know, it wouldn't be such a big deal. People wouldn't be so greedy. I don't know how to explain it. I'm referencing like the Star Trek society, the way it's set up. If we could just get to that, where natural resources and stuff were used on a worldwide basis to achieve other, you know, greater things other than, you know, fighting over oil to see who can run their cars the longest. You know what I mean? I can't get my thoughts together on what I'm trying to say that well, but I think you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, disregard the fact if it's possible or not possible. Don't even think that in your mind right now. Just think, what would it take to get to that? Like, how would the world have to change? How would the people have to change? The mindset have to change to accomplish a goal like that? You know what I mean? I mean, in a sense, I guess like a one world government is what would have to take place, but it can't be that kind of government. You know what I mean? It has to be more of an open government. You know, that is literally ran by the people, not fucking people being allowed. I don't know how it would have to be set up. It'd have to be an entire new structure that hasn't even been thought of yet.
Well, you know, those gut instincts are important. If you disliked him right off the bat.
Oh, but I didn't know him then. Now I know him inside and out.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Crockett, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Crockett, you know that? Well, his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly, and most important,
Yes?
well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain. I see. And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities...
Say, what's your game?
Just curious. Just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
You say you know Emmett is a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Plutonium? What would what Livians want with plutonium. I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
This one time, to power one of his science experiments, Emmett hijacked a train.
Please, there hasn't been a train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet?
A guy who gets the girls, motors running.
Motors?
Who makes them, you know.
You mean a chic?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
What the heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmett's?
Oh, it's an absolutely revolutionary invention! Measures a person's affinities, what he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
Interesting. And it really works?
Well, of course! What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or, anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
So you say Emmett only has eyes for you?
Absolutely. It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
Well, it's good to hear he's finally settling down.
Yes. Settling down?
Ready to stop playing the field, as it were.
Playing the... Oh, you're joking.
But I can't help feeling sorry for him.
Who?
All of Emmett's other girls, now that he's with you.
Please, I think I know Emmett by now. There are no other girls.
I wonder what's gonna happen to Emmett's little black book.
Little black book?
Oh, it's legendary. That's what enabled Emmett to become the, Valentino of Hill Valley High. Gee, I wonder if he'd let me have it.
You know
must
what's
think
crazy?
I'm pretty gullible, Mr. Crockett.
Here's what's crazy. All right, when we had that bailout and we gave all that money to the banks and to keep everything afloat. Me and a bunch of other people came up with the same conclusion. I mean, not in unison, but I had the idea. Somebody on the other side of the country had the idea. More than one person had this idea and did the math on it. If they had taken all that bailout money and divided the number of legal 18 and older adults in the United States, every one of them could have got $1 million put into their bank account with that much bailout money. All of us could have got $1 million. Now, if we all became millionaires overnight, well, guess what we would do? We'd put money in banks, we'd buy cars, all these companies that were going under would have corrected itself. You see what I'm saying? If you had given the bailout money to the American people, the economy would have auto-corrected itself because Americans would have had money, $1 million. Everyone would have been a millionaire all of a sudden, and spending that money, in turn, saving the companies that were going under, the banks, all that shit. But what we did, or not we as in the American people, but we as in the American government, fucking gave that shit to the same goddamn people that started the shit. And what did they do with the bailout money? They took it, they lined their pockets, they went on vacations, they bought things for themselves. I mean, right, if everybody had been given $1 million instead of the banks and all that shit, which, by the way, they were asking for a bailout damn near the very next year, even though we paid all that goddamn money to them, they were needing a bailout the very next year. So we didn't fix shit giving them all that money disappeared. If you had given it to the American people, though, all the poverty fucking would have went away. Now, I'm not talking about give it to illegals and all that shit. I'm talking about you have to be a registered